Hey, what's going on today, guys? My name's Trey. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm doing a quick little review follow-up video on my 315 by 75 by 16 BFG KO2s. I did have these wheels and tires actually mounted before last week, but as I was going to pull out of the shop and I went to turn the wheel at full lock, my bumper almost ripped off completely. So I did have the wheels and tires taken off of the truck, and I'm actually gonna have some cutting done today. So I'm making this video for anybody that is looking to have a similar setup with this truck. Now, some of the things that are required that I have currently, I'm running a 6-inch level spindle lift on the truck, and I'm currently running 33s as well with no rubbing at all whatsoever or cutting. So by graduating up to these damn near 35-inch tires, there's gonna be some cutting involved in the front. So stay tuned. I really love the setup. I'm sure you guys really enjoyed the short video that I made because the wheels and tires look so clean on this truck. But stay tuned. I'm heading to a shop to have it professionally done since I don't really trust my cutting skills too much. So stay tuned, and let's get these guys on the truck. If I didn't share with you guys, I do live in Honolulu, Hawaii, so enjoy the beautiful scenery as well as the horrendous traffic that we're about to encounter right now. And one final note before we get here to the shop, I am beyond excited to get these 33-inch Mickey Thompson Baja ATZ P3s off of my truck. These things were great at the beginning, but man, as they wear over time, they really make this thing drive like a Humvee or a tank. So really excited to get these things off. They are loud. They've been great for the most part, but man, these things are loud and very, very annoying. For some of you guys that were wondering, this is my current setup right now. I'm running some 33-inch Mickey Thompson Baja ATZ P3s. They've been a really great setup. I really don't have too many complaints other than the look. It just comes down to my personal preference. It looks a little bit too much like a mall crawler, and I'm now trying to graduate up to that off-road, all-terrain, overland type look. So tires have been great. They've worn pretty evenly for the most part. So I'll give you guys a quick little show. So you can see how even the wear has been. They are pretty bald for the most part. Had them for about 30,000 miles or so. But not too bad of a tire. So as you can see, pretty jacked up the bumper for the most part. On the bright side, I am getting a pre-runner bumper made by Desert Runner Off-Road in California. So it's looking a little bit rough now, but once I remove all of this stuff, it shouldn't be too bad. So, yeah, this is the other side of the bumper, so that it's not looking so bad. And then I pretty much just cut this off the best I could, and it still didn't help at all whatsoever.
Yeah. How do I not know that I am first? I put all my effort into everyone except the one who hurt. Aim to please, I got what you need. Don't reject me, I need validated work. Validated work. Spread me thin, love to see you win. Pray to God for the better or the worse. I know, I care about everybody else. I should make some time, baby. I need to make time for myself. I know, I worry about everybody else. I should make some time, baby. I need to make time for myself. Mama on my phone like, boy, you need to focus on your health. Focus on your health, man. Work out proper, eat more veggies, drink more water. Tomorrow's not promised for yourself. Promise for yourself, man. I'm distracted, this my last time I'm relapsing. Earthling happy potions, oh how swell. Potions, oh how swell, man. Now what you up to? Oh not too much shit, let's cut loose. Matching heaven, fire setting. I know, I care about everybody, yeah. I should make some time, baby. I need to make time for myself. I worry about everybody, yeah. I should make some time, baby. I need to make time for myself. Yeah. Time. All I do time. I am like God in design. I put my heart on the line. No, I'm not the worry with time, but I cannot hurry with mine. My daddy made wishes to send me well wishes like picking like curry in time. Money don't matter my way. Mental irrelevant way. Compartmentalize my judgment on others and lead us when next to my death. They are not better than I. But am I much better than some? It's better than you as you are. It's better than truth in your heart. Pull up with niggas can't see. I need some space to move free. Just in case niggas go coastal. Fuck on my way, I don't know you. This is not Twitter.
Alright guys, so just left the shop. Really impressed by the fitment. Everything fits perfectly. No rubbing at all whatsoever. I didn't have to do any extra trimming or anything like that. So I'm just gonna drive back home and we'll see kind of how this guy drives. I haven't really driven it too much. So stay tuned and I'll let you know how everything goes and we'll wrap up this video. Just finally getting home. It's really rainy here in Honolulu for some reason. I'm talking like straight sideways rain action that we got going on. But let's go ahead and just kind of get into the cuts that I made. So if you notice, I basically trimmed 2 inches off of the plastic lining only. I didn't even have to touch really any part of the bumper. The only real cut that I had to make, or I guess the biggest fabrication I had to make, was I cut this part off of the front bumper, just the plastic lining on the fender. And if you could see, sorry for the terrible camera skills, this part actually fits right in there perfectly. And so basically just cut that out and voila, no rub. So it's a very simple process. Just takes a little bit of I actually didn't even trim any part of the rear as well. Hard to see, but if you look closely back here, what I did is I actually took a sledgehammer while the wheel was off and I actually jammed in part of the body. Now I know that that's gonna sound pretty crazy for a lot of Frontier enthusiasts out there, but I didn't want to make any cuts at all. You know, I've seen guys straight up make cuts, you know, all the way down the body of the truck, and I didn't want to do that at all. I love this truck a lot. So again, just to show you guys, no trimming at all whatsoever. This is a better side shot, as you can see. I really didn't have to do any major trimming to the front fender line of the truck. I know this method may or may not you know, be viewed too highly upon by a lot of guys in the truck community, but I would say anything's better than making any cuts to the fender, basically ruining the fenders. And you know, I know there were a lot of guys out there saying, Trey, just go ahead and get some pre-runner fenders, go ahead and find a company that can modify some fenders so you can actually run this tire setup. But guys, I'm not rubbing at all whatsoever. I took it in parking garages. I took it basically everywhere. I really tried to run it through its paces. You know, I ran full lock and I did not rub at all whatsoever, guys. I have no complaints at all about the setup. And I'm sure you guys are probably thinking that I'm kind of full of shit right now. So what I'm gonna do right now is actually turn the wheel so you can notice that there is no rubbing at all whatsoever. See here, we have the truck at full lock, headed to the right. No rubbing at all whatsoever. Doesn't even come close. Now, before I had this done, basically the entire front part of the bumper was about to rip off. So no rubbing at all whatsoever. So once again, this is the driver's side of the truck. And so now I'm gonna head over to the passenger side. Passenger side is looking great as well. You can kind of see that's where I hammered in the body, the truck, the fender. So I didn't have to make any cuts at all whatsoever. I'm gonna zoom out, and this is full lock on the passenger side. No rubbing at all whatsoever. Did have to make some minor cuts as well. It still looks great in my opinion. It still looks completely stock for the most part. And no rubbing at all whatsoever. And now for the final test, I've got the wheel turned all the way to the left at full lock. And as you can see, once again, there's no rubbing at all whatsoever. Just to give you guys a little bit of a closer look, there's literally no rubbing at all whatsoever. I can barely get my finger in there at all. So I might have to make a little bit more of a modification if I take it off-road. But right now, this is my daily, so I'm not, really taking it anywhere where it's gonna be hitting full compression. I'm not rock climbing or anything like that. So probably eventually what I'll have to do is I'll have to trim a little bit more of the plastic lining here. But as I said before, I didn't have to touch really any part of the fender lining here at all. I've seen a lot of guys, which looks great, and to each their own, and it allowed them to get their fitment. I've seen a lot of guys make massive cuts down the body of the truck. So this is the setup that I went with, and if you guys have any more questions, please let me know. Price wise, because I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to ask me that, I spent around $1,600 total getting these wheels and tires shipped here to Honolulu, and I actually got it done through Amazon because I heard a lot of great reviews from guys, and a lot of guys that I work with, that's where they get their tires and wheels from. So I decided to try it out myself. Got everything mounted and balanced at Sears, but obviously, if you guys could recall from the first video, I did have to take everything off and start doing a little bit of trimming because, guys, the rubbing was absurd. Just to conclude and to give you guys a little bit better view of the modifications that were done, no trimming was done whatsoever to the backside of the front fenders. I just basically took a sledgehammer and hit the edges, and I made some minor cuts to the plastic lining on the front near the bumper, and I basically didn't have to really touch the front bumper at all. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna get inside before I get too soaked. I love this truck so much. Please subscribe to my channel. I promise to give you guys more content of this truck as well as the build. I just got this new Yakima rack on top, which looks great. I'm loving the look of this truck so far. My Instagram is the Hawaii Frontier. So just go ahead and give me a follow. I really appreciate all the love and support out there. You guys have a great new year. Have a Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. And stay positive and continue to treat others with respect and love. Thank you guys so much. Have a great day. Bye. Change your heart in a minute.